What's going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the most influential, or arguably the most influential shonen protagonist of all time, and one of, if not my favorite anime protagonist of all time, Son Goku. And according to dumbass fans of the franchise, the new antagonist of the universe survival arc, but we'll get into that, so let's get started. Before I get into the discussion, you guys are watching a speed drawing of Jasper from Steven Universe in my own art style. I figured using a character that is a villain that likes to fight, lives for fighting, would be a good character choice to use while talking about Goku. Of course, drawing Goku would have been a good choice, but I don't have a speed drawing of Goku ready to go, so here you go. But anyways, where do you start with Goku? Where do you begin with this character? Do you address the English dub and how it completely changed his personality? Do you talk about his character development that the fans think he doesn't have? Do you talk about the depth that the fans think that he doesn't have? Do you dive right into the Dragon Ball Super stuff? Do you just give like a brief analysis of Goku's character? Because there's a lot to clean up when it comes to the misconceptions of Goku's character. So I think what I'm going to start with is I'm just going to start with talking about who Goku is on a base level in the Japanese version, in the manga, you know, who Masako Nozawa portrays. Goku is, well, in the beginning, that's the thing, you kind of want to give like a mini character analysis, because Goku does start off one way and end up a different way by the end of the series, but I suppose for the most part we're talking about adult Goku. So, adult Goku is a very childlike person, very much a man-child, very naive, very carefree, very much the kind of guy who, when someone says, oh, you know, stand up straight, fix your shirt or whatever, he's like, you know, you're being picky, whatever. You know, very carefree, you know what I mean? And he does have this selfish side. He has this selfish side. He loves fighting. He will fight to protect his friends, and he does, you know, take responsibility over protecting them, and he will, you know, help people out. He's a hero in a sense, but he does have that selfish side. He does have that whole, you know, I came to Namek to fight Frieza. Not for any other reason, like not, oh, I want to save all the Namekians that are dying. He does say something along the lines of, like, you know, for all the Namekians you killed and for all the Saiyans, you know, I'll make you pay. But still, you know, for the most part, Goku went to Namek to help out his friends get the Dragon Balls, and when he heard how strong Frieza was, he's like, I gotta fight this guy. Fuck what King Kai says. I gotta fight him. That's selfish. When he lets Vegeta go in order to fight him again because he couldn't beat him the first time, you know, he's like, I'll beat him the next time, just give me another crack at him. That's selfish. Vegeta could come back and kill everybody. There's no guarantee Goku can beat him the second time, but Goku's selfish about it. Giving Cell the Senzu Bean so that he could have a fair fight with Gohan and not considering Gohan's opinion in the matter, very selfish. Still a good dad overall. That was like the darkest moment in his, you know, that was the bleakest moment in his fatherhood career. You know, he didn't do that great of a job in the Cell games, but that was a learning experience for him. He was not a perfect dad. But yeah, and part of that is because he is a man-child. You know, he's a good dad, but he's really not fit to be a dad. You know what I mean? He's a Saiyan, he's a man-child, he's naive, he's carefree. He treats most of his family like really close friends, you know what I mean? That's just Goku's mindset. Whereas someone like Vegeta, who, you know, he would have this guilt over being evil and all the things he's done, and we've seen this guilt in Dragon Ball Super, and I feel like Vegeta has really changed himself almost in like a way of like he's overcompensating for how bad he used to be. You know, he's really like, no, you could tell he wants to train with Whis, but he wants to be there for Bulma. He's got to be there for Bulma, for the baby. Even though he wants to go train, he feels responsible that he has to be there. You know, and I think a lot of that has to do with how evil he used to be, and that he is like overcompensating, and it's good for his character, and he's grown a lot as a character. Goku has never needed to overcompensate. He doesn't have to deal with that guilt because Goku's always just been a good guy to pretty much everybody. That's why a lot of people gravitate towards him and put up with his bullshit. It's because he's so fucking likable. And well, I guess that statement is a little bit inaccurate if you're talking about the fans, because the fans are very pissed at the Dragon Ball Super version of Goku. And that has to do with the fact that a lot of fans grew up with the English dub, so I guess we'll segue into the English dub, because I pretty much established who Goku was at a base level. So let's move on to the English dub version of Goku. The English dub version of Goku is a merciful, selfless Superman clone, with heroic speeches and all that kind of bullshit, and he has the ridiculous "I'm the hope of the universe," Alpha Omega bullshit on Namek, the horrible, horrible speech that he gives to Frieza. It's just terrible. It's so cheesy. But yeah, nightmare, ally to good, nightmare to you, all the way. He says ally to good. He's literally a superhero, and that's not Goku's character. But a lot of fans grew up with that character, and they grew up with Sean Schemmel portraying the character, so when they go over to the Japanese version and they hear Masako Nozawa's Goku, they hear this childlike voice. They hear the naivete and the dumb nature to Goku, or the carefree nature to Goku, in every line of dialogue, whereas Sean Schemmel, at least in the original dub especially, and even in Kai to a certain extent, he doesn't capture it. He's capturing it better in Super. I think Super is probably so far his best portrayal of Goku, and I'm really enjoying it. But when it comes to Kai, which he did a great job on as well, really good script, and he did capture Masako Nozawa a bit better. In the original dub, he did not at all. And Dragon Ball Super is the first time a lot of fans of Dragon Ball have seen it. It's the first time the Japanese version has really gone mainstream when it comes to Dragon Ball fans, and they think Goku's retarded. They think he's dumb, they think he's stupid now. They don't understand that this is what Goku's supposed to be. They feel like he was changed in Super to be dumber, and that's really not the case. Now, do they exaggerate his dumbness here and there? Yes. There are some key moments here and there where he goes a little too dumb, or a little too naive, or a little too carefree. In key little moments, he's a bit out of character, but for the most part, they aren't really messing up Goku. They really are doing Goku justice in Dragon Ball Super. Again, there are key little moments where they're messing him up, but for the most part, he's in character. I'd say as a whole, he's more naive and carefree than he was in the Buu Saga, but I kind of feel like the Buu Saga Goku was a bit too smart, to be honest. So I feel like in a lot of cases he was a little out of character in the Buu Saga, just in certain key moments where he felt like he was too smart. Like the whole, I want the kids to beat Majin Buu because, if they're the ones who beat Majin Buu, then they can fight the next threat. But if I do it, then I'll just be bailing them out, even though I'm dead and only going to be here for one day. And I don't see Goku, no matter how much time he's had, I don't see Goku ever putting something like that together, planning that out, especially since Majin Buu's a strong opponent. Why wouldn't Goku want to fight him? That seems weird that he's like, oh yeah, I'll go Super Saiyan 3 and I'll fight him and I'll hold him off, but I'm not gonna try to beat him. That doesn't seem like Goku to me. I'm not saying he's a bad character in the Majin Buu Saga, or totally out of character, but I do think there are some traits of Goku that were thrown away in the Buu Saga that Super simply brought back. And you could say that's character regression or inconsistency or whatever. I don't believe in character regression as like a thing. You either develop one way or you develop to become kind of what you used to be. You regress in a sense, but it's not the same thing. It's still character development no matter what. It's still moving forward with the character, even if they temporarily take a few steps backwards. But yeah, that's a totally different discussion. So yeah, Goku as a character in Super, I've already pretty much established that he's pretty much the same. They mess up a couple of times with his naivete, but for the most part, he's Goku. This is Goku. If you don't like him, too fucking bad. This is the character of Son Goku. Even Toriyama has been on record saying that there is a selfish side to Goku. I think he even worded it as like there's a poison to Goku. Like Goku's not supposed to be like a hero character. He is a hero. He'll save people. He'll save his friends. He cares about his friends. He loves fighting and, training and shit more than working and providing money for his, wife and everything, because they have a bunch of money from the... Or did they run out of that money that Mr. Satan gave them? I forget, because I feel like Chi-Chi said they ran out, and then later she's like, oh no, I only said that, so, yeah, I don't really remember, but either way, Goku he can be a selfish character. He can be very single-mindedly focused on things, and the original dub did not portray that very well, and it's led to a lot of misconceptions about Goku's character. But I don't want to repeat myself too much, so now that I've established who Goku is versus the dubbed version of the character, let's talk about the Universe 6 survival arc. Universe 6, wow. The Universe survival arc, there we go. And Goku's role in this arc and how it is not his fault at all that this is happening. Now, okay, at all is a bit of a stretch. I will say that maybe you could say indirectly this is Goku's fault, but that opens up a whole can of worms that I'll get into right now. But what happens? What's the situation? Goku warned that the Omni King is dangerous, that he has the potential to be very dangerous. Goku says, "All right, fuck it. I still want to do this tournament. It sounds like fun, fighting a bunch of strong guys across the universe. It's just a tournament for fun. I'll go see if the Omni King still wants to do it, or if he forgot about it, or whatever." Goku goes to him, asks about it. Omni King says, "Yeah, we'll do it." Goku leaves. That's the conversation. No words of destroying the universes. None of that happens. Goku asks him about it. He says, "Sure, let's do it." That's it. Then it's later on found out that all the universes will be destroyed if they lose in the tournament. And Goku is shocked by this. You know, he is told that this is a big deal. He says that he will go tell the Omni King not to do it. Then he's told, no, don't argue with the Omni King. Goku is taking the situation seriously. And it's not his fault that this happened. It's the Omni King's. All Goku wanted to do was fight in a tournament. Yes, he was warned that the Omni King is dangerous, but still, he's never seen any proof of this. You know, Beerus always freaks out whenever he sees the Omni King, but from Goku's perspective, he's just an innocent little kid who is very, very powerful. And he did destroy Trunks' universe on a whim, but it was to kill Zamasu, so at least there was a motive there. To destroy the universes just because they lost in a tournament, there's no motive there. That's just fucking evil and horrible and just psychotic, and Goku doesn't see the Omni King that way. And he's never had a situation where the Omni King has been an asshole to him, so he could just think Beerus is being overly dramatic, and that's perfectly understandable from Goku's perspective. I mean, is it still kind of dumb? Sure. Like I said, you can kind of say Goku's indirectly responsible for this, but if you're going to say Goku is indirectly responsible, then you have to say that Champa and Beerus are indirectly responsible, because them throwing a tournament at each other and the Omni King seeing it is what got all of this started. Or you could say that Goku suggesting a tournament between the two of them to see which one gets the Earth, you know, in the Universe 6 arc, you could say that was fucking, you know, indirectly responsible, because that's what led the Omni King to see it, which led Goku to ask the Omni King. And then you could say that the fact that a World Martial Arts Tournament exists on Earth is responsible, because Goku participated in one, which led to Goku knowing about them, which led to him suggesting it to Champa and Beerus, which led to Champa and Beerus holding a tournament, which led to Zeno seeing it, which led to him saying we'll do a multiverse tournament, which led to Goku reminding Zeno about the tournament, which led to the tournament and all the universes being destroyed. So like I said, it opens up a ridiculous can of worms. No need to go into all of that. It's Zeno's fault. Goku wanted to have an innocent tournament. Zeno turned it into something horrifying. That's it. That's the bottom line. Yes, Goku was warned that Zeno is dangerous, but from Goku's perspective, he hasn't seen Zeno do anything that would justify that warning. Again, Goku is a childlike character. He trusts people. He's had no reason to not trust Zeno outside of destroying Future Trunks' timeline, which, for one, that was the future Zeno. I know they're the same character, but he didn't have the same friendship with that Zeno. And also, he had to kill Zamasu, so there was a motive there. You know, as far as Goku knows, maybe that's all. Well, maybe he had to destroy the fucking universe to destroy Zamasu. Maybe he did. We don't even know as fans if that's the case. We don't know if he could just like Hakai fucking. I like lifted my hand even though this is an audio recording. We don't even know if he could like Hakai fucking Zamasu's essence out of the air. Maybe he had to destroy the universe. So, yeah. Last thing I want to talk about is comments. Comments from one person in particular. It's only one big long paragraph, so let's talk about it. I like to bring in these comments from dumb fans. It's something I've been doing in a lot of these little discussion videos. At least I did it for Gohan for sure. I'm not sure. Did I do it for Krillin? I feel like I brought up a comment for Krillin. Yeah, I did, definitely. But yeah, let's pull up this comment. Not going to say who it's from or anything. But yeah, this person, it was a response to the video that Hail Zeon made defending Goku over his decision in the Universe Tournament and everything. And normally I don't agree with Hail Zeon when it comes to Dragon Ball Super, but I definitely agreed with this video. So yeah, let's talk about this comment. This isn't replying to anybody or anything. This is just a comment they posted on the video as a response to Xeon. He says, "Meh, I still find this Goku to be a scumbag. Even after finding out the multiverse is being wiped out from the multiverses," okay, bad grammar, "he does nothing to stop him. He wanted to. He was told not to." So you're wrong right there. All right, let's move on to the next sentence. "Sure, Goku has made dumb decisions in the past, but there's one fact you cannot deny, period, and that is the fact that he has never put entire multiverses of completely countless lives at risk before." All right, let's address that sentence real quick. Goku didn't even know multiverses existed, so we would have had no chance to even put multiverses at risk. So yeah, next sentence. "Goku knows the risk, and yet he still wants to risk not just his friends and family, but also everyone else, literally." Let's address that sentence. Goku has to fight. He suggested the tournament. The Omni Kings said, yeah, we're doing it. The universes are going to be destroyed. And Goku has no choice at this point. Everyone is at risk no matter what. If Goku says he doesn't want to fight in the tournament, he can't just call it off. You know, that's going to disappoint the Omni King. This is going to happen. This has been set in motion. Everyone is at risk regardless. It is Zeno's fault, not Goku's. To really look away from Goku putting multiverses at stake is just horrible in my opinion. I've seen Goku since Dragon Ball. Here we go. Here's the big kicker of this comment. Here's the big M. Night Shyamalan twist of this comment coming up. I've been watching since I was 5 years old, so I personally believe I know what I'm talking about when I say what I'm saying. You can happily disagree with me, because at the end of the day, I couldn't give a shit less, but Goku in Dragon Ball, yes, the OG funny dub Goku. There we go, I just clapped. There we go. There we fucking go. There's the shoe drop. There it is. He's talking about the funny dub of Goku. And as I go further into this, I'll just go into it, fuck it. In the funny dub, okay, yes, the OG funny dub Goku was pretty much a selfless guy. Sure, he makes moves based on his Saiyan bloodline and pride, but Goku never put other galaxies, much less universes, again, didn't have the chance, and yes, he did put other galaxies at risk when he gave Cell the Sensu Bean, so you're wrong there, he did put galaxies at risk, much less universes at risk just to push himself further. Okay, he did it to push Gohan further, technically, but still, he did risk galaxies to push Gohan further. I know subfans or Akira Vision technicality white knighters. What? Yeah, because defending Goku as what he's supposed to be compared to the dub is totally, you know, dick riding Daddy Akira Toriyama, whatever the fuck, dude. They're gonna say, but that's not what Goku was supposed to be like, portrayed by Daddy Akira. Yes, again, because trying to say what Goku... It's the canon fanboy argument that I already discussed in a different video. It's like, you bring up what's actually in the source material, and the fans are like, oh, you're dick riding Akira Toriyama. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But anyways... But again, I honestly don't give a shit. That's the Goku I grew up with, and that's the Goku I respect. A Goku that's a somewhat selfish guy, but mostly a guy that would still defend the Earth without being asked. Okay, my camera just died, so I kind of have to pick up where I left off in the paragraph, so... Let's see, where was he? That was the Goku I grew up with, and that's the Goku I respect. A Goku that's a somewhat selfish guy, but mostly a guy that would still defend the Earth without being asked. If he really was a selfish guy, he'd have let Kid Buu run amok and try to use him as a training dummy. Okay, no. Not necessarily the case. You're really strawmanning Goku in Dragon Ball Super and Goku in general with that statement, but okay. I do agree, however, that people are saying Beerus and Champa are also to blame for this. I fully agree. Again, he's doing the whole fucking Beerus and Champa are partly to blame because those guys fucking held a tournament over food and yada yada. I don't really need to go into the rest of it. You kind of get what I'm saying. He says, being honest, Super Goku is a scumbag. I don't find Dragon Ball Z GT Goku to be a scumbag. Because honestly, that's when Goku's writing was at its best. Now, I do agree that is when Goku's writing was at its best, but not in the dub. And you are referring to the dub. And the problem with that is that that's not Goku. And you can say, oh, I'm just dick riding Daddy Akira, or whatever the fuck you said in that comment. But I'm sorry, that's just the bottom line. The source material is the manga written by Akira Toriyama. That is Goku. And the Dragon Ball Super version of Goku falls in line with that Goku. if that shatters your vision of the character that the Funimation dub, the facade of Goku that the Funimation dub created, the completely inaccurate portrayal, that's too fucking bad. If you like that character, fine, but saying the Super version of Goku is a scumbag compared to a Superman clone is a completely aimless fucking comparison because, again, you're not talking about a Goku that was written by Akira Toriyama. If Goku was like that in Akira Toriyama's original vision, and then Super changed Goku into this selfish character that wants to fight strong guys and blah blah blah, then sure, fine, you can say Goku turned into a scumbag in Dragon Ball Super, but you can't say he turned into a scumbag in Dragon Ball Super because he's not like the Goku that was never Goku to begin with. It's an aimless fucking argument. But that's pretty much all I have to say. I guess I didn't go too much into Goku's character development in this video. If you want to see an in-depth discussion of Goku's character development, I recommend going to, I believe his name is Saiyan Z3 or something like that. Just search Goku, like a Goku character analysis, and I believe the thumbnail is like Goku like right before he teleports to get rid of Cell and save Gohan's ass for fucking up that fight. But anyways, I believe that it's like a 40-minute video, but he goes through the character arc of Goku pretty damn nicely. I just don't have time for it here. But yeah, that's Goku's character, addressing the universe survival arc stuff, addressing the misconceptions about his character personality-wise. But what do you guys think? Which Goku do you prefer? The Funimation dub Goku? The original manga Goku? Do you feel that Super has made any drastic changes to his character? Or are you like me and you feel like only in select situations do they make him a little bit too dumb? Go ahead and tell me in the comment section below. I'm very curious to see. He is the main character of the series and a very influential character, so yeah. Tell me in the comment section below. You can also give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. Click that little bell to get notifications when my videos go up. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.